All right, guys, I got to test see if this microphone is working. So hopefully somebody jumps in soon and can let me know, is the microphone working? All right, can I hear myself here? Is there no audio? No audio? Good morning, Jen. Can you hear me? Okay, yeah, it's because actually on my phone, YouTube will not connect me to be able to go live. So I'm actually on my webcam. It's crazy, crazy. It's done it to me a few times now. So we'll just make do. We'll build it as we fly. How are you today? Hey, what's up, Serenity Strength? How are you today? Oh, okay. Well, we'll just enjoy the stream. If we can't get the like, that's okay. Um, yeah, YouTube is playing around. Um, and I've been trying for probably the better part of a half an hour, and it won't let me connect to go live. So there we have it. But we're here. Oh, that's great. Yeah, life is good. I'm good. Thank you so much. How's this angle, by the way? Is this odd where I'm not looking directly at you guys? Life is good, Berenity. Thank you so much. Yesterday we finished out with 500 push-ups, 1,000 jumping jacks, and I did the 500 impact abs routine. It's an old school routine that I used to do. Man, what a fantastic day! What a fantastic day. Berenity, what's on your agenda for your streaming today? Do you have anything coming out today? And Jennifer, are you already warmed up and going? I got so much rest that almost like my back is tight. It's kind of crazy that way when you get more than enough rest. But that is a blessing I'll take because I can just kind of warm up out of this. Nice, nice. If you are able to at or tag the channel at, definitely do that so we can check that out. Would love to be able to see that. All right. All right, the squats. We'll start squatting. Let's get these going. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. It's an early morning. Jen. Yeah, Jen. You saw that first set. I'm still warming too. Hey, have a fantastic day, Berenity. Thank you for dropping in. I can't wait to see what you got going on. Oh. 6, 7, 8. Oh, it does. That first set is what's that old Gravity? What's going on, my brother? Thank you so much. We took a page from you yesterday and hit 500 push-ups, 1,000 jumping jacks, and we did what I call the Impact 500 on the abs. So we had a fantastic day progressively yesterday. How are things on your end? I'm seeing a lot of the shorts. I'm seeing a lot of the pictures and posts, the advertising for the lives and everything. It is fantastic work that you guys are doing. It's very inspirational. We appreciate you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, all right. It's a bit humid out this morning, but it feels good. It's still relatively cool. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. My phone would not let me access YouTube to go live this morning. So I'm on my webcam, which I don't mind, but definitely a little frustrating. Unable to connect at this moment. Try again. That's been that for the better part of an hour now. So I guess I just got to get past it, get over it. And again, we make our adjustments on the fly. Jen, yeah, that part. Not 20 anymore for sure. Yeah, that part. Not 20 anymore for sure. All right. Well, I got myself on my own screen here, so I guess I can watch myself from over here. I don't know if that benefits me or not. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm trying to stretch out my back. Whew. No, that's only 3. That's only 3. 10 feels so far away right now. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. How you doing, Jen? Hopefully you're better than me. Oh. Again, Gravity Core Fitness. Let's go, brother. Move, improve, endure. Watching while taking classes. And that's a great support system right there. Just finished set 4. Yeah, that's a great support system. The podcast mode, Gravity Core Fitness, we call it the podcast mode. When we'll leave the station, we'll leave the live playing, but we're kind of listening in the background or whatever. Calisthenics with Calvin. Hey, thank you so much. Would love to meet with other fitness creators, so you're more than welcome to subscribe. I will definitely check out your stuff as well and subscribe. Love to connect with good people. Gravity Core Fitness is in the chat as well. Fantastic channel out of Wales. Not sure where you're coming to us from, Calvin, but love to see it. Thank you so much for the support. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Thank you so much. I will definitely go back and take a look. We've had an immense amount of growth the last few months. So I apologize if I'm not getting back to everyone, but it's definitely in the game plan. Nathaniel J Burns in the house. How are you, brother? How are you, sir? Jen and I are neck and neck. I believe it's at 5. Squats and push-ups. Whew. How are you, sir? It's great to see you in the chat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Mr. Burns, did I read something? Jen said she caught you earlier this morning. Did you already hit the 100? Holy. Great to see the success of the last Impact Live. Man, yesterday was one for the books. Where you just get up, you get there, and there's already kind of a special feel about what's transpiring. Couldn't explain it. Didn't realize we'd get to 5. Maybe once I said I'm going to do more than 100. When we got to 2, only the logical number felt like 5 after that. So I just kept doing it in sets of 5. Let's do another 5 sets. Let's do another 5 sets. And we got there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's that thing where it's in your head. You've already put it in your mind. Nice. Exactly. You touched it, you bought it. You think it, you do it. Exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. That's exactly what happened. I didn't speak it out loud, but I just went ahead and said, okay, this is what we're going to do. Jen is pushing the pace this morning. I'm going into number 8. That probably means she's finishing 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, for 6. I'm working out of fear. I'm looking over my shoulder. Where is she? Where is she? Appreciate that, Mr. Burns. True story behind this. YouTube, over the last few days, over the last week or so, because they did over the weekend as well, one of the quickie days, I was not able to go live on the phone. Would not let me go live. Kept telling me like it was unable to connect. My Wi-Fi was good. I could get on YouTube, watch videos, but it would not let me start a live. Yeah. So here we are. So yeah, it's a different angle, but I think it shows more. It's a little more vivid. Yeah, and I'm telling you, don't speak out against the powers that be. They will clip you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just remember, we're up here now when you talk to us. I know, right? It's like that breaking the fourth wall. I figured it'd be a little bit different of an angle, but you don't talk down to us. Look at me in the eye. Look at me in the eye. All right. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't come for us now. She's all warmed up. She's in the lather. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got the first drop. Got the first drop. John says late to the party, but made it. That is okay. That is okay. Better late than never. Now I have a little bit more time. It's not a quickie. Not a quickie today. Give me just a moment. All right. Wardrobe malfunction. I had to pull a Diana Ross and change wardrobe. How's the poundage? Tell me Ice Blue ain't here, Nate. Ice Blue? 875 pounds of green beans last night. Woo! Nice. Nice. All right. We got through the 10. Michael De Jesus. Pick one body part. Do 100 reps for that day, 6 days a week, all year. Watch the healthy growth. Too many push-ups will end up eating the muscle for nutrients. No recovery phase of micro ruining fibers. Let's see. Mr. Burns says, not to my knowledge. John, we are on day one. I want to say 143. Michael, thank you for that insight. Thank you for that bit of information and knowledge. How are you, Michael? All right, I'm going to shoot for that Impact 500. So we're looking at 100 crunches, 100 bicycle kicks, 100 twists, 100 flutter kicks, and what I call the dying cockroach. To Michael's point, as far as overtraining your muscle, there's definitely some validity to what he's saying. I did the 10 already, John, but I'll go. I'm going to get to that ab routine. So yeah, I did. Jen and I knocked the 10 and 10 out, where I kind of go my own way with what Michael's saying is I'm not weight loading. I don't walk away from these workouts sore. I mean, I know, but we use our muscles every day anyways. So doing 100 push-ups might be that for a lot of people, but I feel okay doing it. And sometimes it's what you're strengthening here and here. It's mind, body, and soul. So, all right. Oh. All right, that's the Impact 500. I know Michael had question, comment. After 40 years of age, muscles lose elasticity and fibers pull from the tendons apart. Pull from the tendons part of age. How old are you? Well, to answer that, it's the timeless quote from Satchel Paige. If you didn't know how old you were, how old would you be? A lot of this is a state of mind. We can't control what our bodies are going to do over time, but we don't always have to acquiesce to everything that it says our body's going to do. There's people running marathons. There's kids that are way younger than they're supposed to be doing amazing things. So part of it, I understand what you're saying, but don't box yourself in over a number because we don't age the same. The person who's writing these articles and these books may not be aging at the same. So their experience, their science, their study groups may not be the same as what somebody does years later. The push-ups are merely a warm-up for the day. John says, yes. Like your way in and subscribe. Say hello and where you're tuning in from the chat for sure. For months, I'm gaining muscle. Nice job, John. Nathaniel Burns says, stronger every day. Yes, indeed. I don't know how to like when it's widescreen like this. John's COVID recovery is going well. John says, I just liked it. Yay, never mind. Finally figured it out. Nice. We got 7 likes. We got 7 of those things. Somehow this view, I'm imagining V in a crib. Wrong, I know, but funny as hell. No, hey, let it go, man. We got good vibes, good humor. You can see my little puddle here. And I had one of those back farts where that gap in my back when I started adjusting and all that sweat. Oh. John, what are your thoughts on, and Nathaniel and Jen, what are your thoughts on what Michael was saying about age and certain things happening? Are we supposed to just fall back then? I know that they say there's certain things you can or shouldn't be doing at certain ages, but yeah, Satchel Paige. That, and maybe it's just more philosophical rather than Michael might be coming from just a point of science, but I don't want to get to a point where I think, right. Yeah, I don't want to get to a point where I think like, wow, if I've stopped doing these things because because an age or somebody else told me to stop doing that. And no disrespect to what he's bringing to the chat at all, but it's a great conversation to have. Do we have to stop doing it? By that measure, right. Nutrition, and like Mr. Burns always says, motion is lotion. I think a lot of times people are doing these things if you're not moving them, if you're not using the body. But I mean, think about how many people have been laborers their whole lives, you know, things like that. Jen says, I agree with you, Vincent. It really depends on the person. We're all unique. There's a saying, move it or lose it. It's the best to retain all the mobility you can if you feel good. I didn't, and I'm not just looking for like a north-south committee, you know, oh, he's right. No, like these are lived experiences from people in and around that age group that he's talking about. So I don't know how old Michael is, but it's not an argument I'm looking to make, but it's definitely my lived experience. Lost years worth of work and muscle, it's all coming back quick, right? Because you took the time when you were younger to build it. I mean, what's the study? What's the case for these study groups? Is this people who started in their 40s? Is this people who were athletes from high school through, like, what is the study group? What is the study group? What were the people that they found this to be in? All groups, maybe. Were they former athletes or not athletes? What's their genetic and hereditary background? All that thing. Yep, absolutely. And as I go on this path, trying to work this leg back up, it's coming back quicker than had I not had some strength in my legs and, you know, things like that. So I agree. I don't know. And it's okay. Everybody can have their own opinions to that and maybe have some scientific stuff to back it up. But I don't know. I'm just a guy in a crib, angry baby, sweating on a mat. What do I know? What do I know? What do I know? Athletes are not the average person. Yes, that is right. And so when you take the pedestrian person who maybe lives more sedentary and things like that, yeah, I would think that it's going to erode after a while. Like that, John. See, we're We got it. We got banter. We got banter going on. I mean, yeah, there's too many ideas when it comes to that. Right. People every day working out are not the norm. And what is that? What's the average on that? How many people? I'm sure we're seeing more fitness stuff now than ever before. But honestly, what are the numbers on that? I may shoot myself in the foot, but I'm going to bring this down and see. That's not a bad angle. Yeah. I should have left it alone. I'm going to put it back up there. I got it hanging over my door. Get a bit of the neighborhood. All right. I went for greatness. I agree. If you're sitting, it ain't coming back. Yep. Mo better. Mo better for sure. Can y'all hear me over here? Yeah, it is about drive. What's up, Sharuk? Can y'all hear me? If I'm over here? Okay, thank you. Yeah, you do gotta want it at any age. It's doable. It's possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sharuk, what is up? What is up, Sharuk in the house? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got chicken enchilada for lunch and 2 cups of yogurt, an apple, egg salad, 6 egg whites, no bread, and water. Yes. I've practiced in 15 minutes. Nice. How's practice been going? Do you have any matches coming up? Pure protein, says John. Absolutely. Eesh. No sugar in that yogurt. Mr. Burns and I went. We took a trip to Costco. And yes, I got a good tutorial on lots of sugars, lots of nutritional things from Mr. Burns while we were walking the aisles. Let's talk food. Are we all planning to keep our gains or losses? Straight up vanilla. I got a plain yogurt, um, and Aoife was kind of like plain. I was like, yeah. When we look at the sugars and the ones that we've been getting, they taste good. But I said, we can add like a little dollop of honey if we need to. Throw some fruit in it. Let's try it. We did find some black bean pasta yesterday, so we're gonna give that a shot too. And we've been good as far as the eating. I'm off sugar and bread as much as possible. All right, Sharuk, have a great day, sir. Um, bread, Mr. Burns, what's the name of that bread? Yeah, it's black bean pasta. What's the name of the bread that you turned me on to? Because it's zero carb. It's really good. I like it. It's light. Inked keto bread is bomb too. I eat black beans every day, 2 cups, keep the crock pot full. Nice. Found it only at Costco thus far. 6, 7, 8, 9. Black beans are power, man. Yes. Black beans at the ready is next level life hack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 cups a week. Nice. Black beans and brownies, smoothies. Yes. Nice. 6, 7, 8. 12 cups of celery and onion. I know we eat a lot of onion here. Probably not as much celery as we need to. I had a huge bowl. We did a remix of some spaghetti we did the other night. But when we do that, Aoife will heat back up the sauce and kind of do the spaghetti over again. But I'll generally go with almost like a ramen where I'll take the pasta, but then I'll throw in the onion, tomato, carrots, sugar snap peas, trail mix, do a little olive oil and season it and do it just like a huge ramen sort of thing. I love that stuff. Kale, spinach, whatever we can throw into it. a great way to mix in. I find like mixing in the vegetables. I don't mind it, but it's just a great combination. Brussels sprouts, yes. Onion is good for your heart. Good talk to have. Great information. Okay, what set are you on, John? Jen, are you still with us? Jen might be in podcast mode because she's probably gotten back to work. On sticks, nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go, John. Mr. Burns knocked his out already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, back to work for Jen. Podcast mode. Love it. Thank you. I know we had Gravity Core in the house earlier, said that they were in podcast mode as well while they're watching classes or taking classes. Maybe instructing classes. I think that's what it is. So, Mr. Burns, you've given us a wonderful tool as to how to help build each other's channels by just doing podcast mode. So I've been watching when I can, but the Impact 500 is what exactly? Must have missed it. Is this your new baseline? Celebrating Jess? No, the Impact 500 that goes back to, I don't know, 2009 or so. It's just something that, because I hadn't been doing it, just trying to get through this recovery and stuff, but that Impact 500 was a staple of like what we would do every day. And that was really what got me, beyond just genetics with the six pack, but really got my core strength up. And it was just some exercise I made up. I was like, we're just going to thread these all together. Chat engagement is best, but podcast mode is helpful for sure. I agree. But when we're talking about like building the watch time, podcast mode is lifeblood. John, we definitely went nuts yesterday, but how natural did that feel? How smooth, how just it felt right. And to quote Brian Dennehy and Tommy Boy, when it feels good, why say no? Yeah, fantastic. But guys, yeah, lifeblood is definitely the watch time. The likes, even the subscriptions, all that stuff is fantastic. I did too. I felt great. I forget what the young man's name was yesterday from Morocco. He opened up the conversation of Super Chat, which we really hadn't talked about before, because it's never been about money per se, but it did open up the possibility for something like that, to be able to pool money together to do some good with it. So Who knows? Who knows? You have something to give. You guys give so much. You guys give so much. But like I said, you know, anything like that would be something that we can start. You know, first thing, I don't know, put it towards like getting some shirts and stuff like that. Like I have my Impact shirt, and there's like one remaining, but that's definitely the logo, the foot with the wing on it, and everything else that I think would be cool. People would be interested in that, and merch and all that stuff. I definitely got tired. We need to get out to members. I think something like a simple shirt. You got tires. I got a tire. I think Mr. Burns has a tire. Boy, could we get a tire out to Sharuk? Have him dragging one and flipping one around soccer practice. Uh, all right. This is not a heavy shoulder day. This is just feel good. Feels good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woohoo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. Yeah, I think John has tractor tires, Mr. Burns. Oh. Phew. to a little bit of stretching. HWPO, yes. 10 big ones. Wow. You have to have like a camp where you just have people come out and pay to flip your tires. What are the thoughts on ashwagandha? I know Mr. Burns probably has some insight on that. You know what? That would be cool. That would be super cool to do that. And yeah, just be like doing, I guess, controlled farm work, where it's like being able to do certain things, but also be very connected to the work that you do on a daily basis. That landscape would be amazing. Have it in spring or fall. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, summer workouts, it's always a very touchy time because heat is heat. And you overexert people, you can run into some real problems. Seen it with NFL guys, seen a lot of people try to go through like classes where they overheat and end up really ill or it turns into a fatality. Want to avoid uh, those extreme heat circumstances. Oh, great. Okay. Well, I just picked some up yesterday. I don't know the brand name, but I figured I would give it a shot. John, are you pretty remote, the farm, or how close are you to something where uh, lodgings are concerned? Here comes the black bee. Does its morning routine. Every morning comes buzzing in. It's looking for something today. And he's off. What's up, Matt Acoustic? Guten Morgen, mein Freund. How are you? Oh, you have RV spots. Nice. But hotels are 15 miles. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. It'd be like game day. You got to get up and travel to the arena. Matt, how are you today? What's going on with you? Needing another bike ride this morning before the heat starts ramping up. Good idea. Good idea. Very wise. Do you drink cool water before you go out, or any of you guys before you do anything that you're going to be introduced to a lot of heat? I heard that like cyclists, like Tour de France cyclists and things like that, were drinking colder water, maybe not like ice cold water, but it helped keep the temperature down, I guess, a little more regulated. I had been doing that for a while when I'd seen that, and I feel like it does help, but maybe it's just maybe it's in my head. But I definitely don't mind a little cool water. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how cold the water was, and I would think like super cold wouldn't be that great, but they just said it was colder water. That would be cool if it worked. Yeah, heat index is between 100. Uh, yeah, before a hot class. Oh my goodness! And do you know I had a memory pop up? That's been 2 years, and I'm still recovering. That was a fantastic session, though. Oh man. Yeah, is there a section that you can go and just be a spectator? Like the sitting and the sweating was not bad. I know, dude. Yeah, your your levels are off the chart, man. Because I think we did a hill. It was hill, wasn't it? Yes, the back of class. Yeah, because I think that was the other part was then no pressure that we're sitting in the front of the class too. It took us right to the front. Got the Bob Euchre. I must be in the front row. Bad. Yes, it is. Oh, I do. Yeah, you took us right to the front. We were in front of the mirror. I almost watched myself die. Great angle. Had to have that real talk with myself. Mad, we had somebody jump in the chat and was kind of putting parameters on, like, after a certain age, things that we should or shouldn't be doing. What are your thoughts on that? We all kind of came to the agreement or just thought for ourselves. It's individual, that you can't, everybody ages differently. Everybody's built differently, and we all come from different backgrounds. Had to let them know for sure. For sure. That was a represent moment for sure. And I would do it again. Absolutely. I would do it again. But I was caught off guard when Mr. Burns said, "Hey, do you want to go do hot yoga?" I'm thinking sitting, allowing the sweat. Nah, grab a mat, grab those fives, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch 5, 4 for about 45 minutes straight. Totally individual, especially if one has been involved in fitness. Yeah, yep. The argument was that after age 40, muscle loses elasticity and pulls away from the tendons. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I seem to see, and I don't have like a more than a small sample size, but I seem to see or hear where it's younger guys are doing more damage to themselves, and I did more damage to myself because you're not as mindful. So I think there's something to be said, like after 40 or whatever age, if you're not trying to lift the gym every time or do too crazy amounts of things, it's possible. It's possible. Yeah. YDFC. I don't, I don't even know, but yeah. Like, yeah, I probably shouldn't start bike riding and skateboarding at some point after 40. Yeah, yeah. If you don't care, cool, go do that. But every action has consequence, and that's probably just how it is across for a lot of people. And I don't think Michael said how old he was. Did he? Yeah. Well, Hit the gym again yesterday. Nice. I think it just goes down to train smart, not brave. Right. Train smart, not brave. And I could see if we were doing like, we had done 500 push-ups and all that stuff that we did yesterday. If we did that every day, that might have a negative impact. But it might not. It depends on the person. So if we built up to that, then you built up to that. But I think what a lot of times people are looking at is what happens. I know my limits. Keywords, yours, exactly. Yep. And when you have stuff like that, where you know you, you know where you're at, you know what your limitations are. I appreciate the input. Thank you, John. And, thanks to Michael, for bringing that in. I don't know what the point was, because I think in the conversation also, it said something about pick a body part and do it for 6 days straight or something like that. And I would think, like, wouldn't that do the same thing that he was saying? I don't think 100 push-ups every day or 100 squats every day is detrimental. Otherwise, people, walking to work or people doing laborious jobs would suffer. And there's a reason why it's called farm strength or country strong or things like that, because you're doing those jobs and that labor on a daily basis. You get stronger over time doing it. I know one thing for certain: I will not be doing any cliff diving anytime soon. Right. Yeah, I just didn't know where the conversation was coming from when it came to that. Any spelunking, yeah. And right, it's knowing your limits. It's knowing what's good for you. Mr. Burns is trained in scuba diving, and you know what? I'll wave him on from the ocean, from the shore. But you're not gonna catch me in it. And it's just knowing knowing what does or doesn't work for us. I can barely manage the 100-pound wife every day. Well, the thing, like, with all of these is, what do you want out of it? A lot of times, I think why we do it is because you enjoy doing it. So find what you're going to enjoy doing. You shouldn't be terrified of that. It's going to bring out the best of, like, these endorphins, uh, the good endorphins that we want from what we're doing. So if I went through workouts I didn't enjoy, or was putting myself in a position where I was more panicked doing it, I don't think that would be enjoyable, nor would it reap good benefits. As long as I can still bench the wife, yeah. I have no idea what spelunking is, but if it sounds like a death wish, yeah, I'm not with it. John, what was that young man's channel yesterday? Did you go to it and check it out? I forget what his name was. Was it Jason? Oh, jumping in a cave? No, no, no. Yeah, yeah. mentioned to the wife, as long as I can like chase my kid around and have pseudo wrestling matches and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm all good. 1 minute I subbed him. I thought. Yeah, I didn't know if he had any stuff on his channel. He was heavy with the trolling at first, and then it seemed like he kind of changed lanes. So not sure. Cave exploring and spelunking. Nah. Boo. No. Yeah, it's crazy when people like go in water and then they go into the caves and stuff like that. I'm like, that is the best of two paranoias. No, that closed space, and then being submerged in water while doing it. Ocean Gate isn't for me either. I have some scans coming up, some MRI stuff. It's nice to know they give you an option. They asked, "Are you claustrophobic?" And I've gone in the tube before, but like if I don't have to go in the tube, I prefer not to. So they have an open MRI sort of thing now. I'm like, cool, let me do that. Yeah. It's usually the ones that do the most trolling and talking is the ones that don't have fitness stuff out, or not even fitness, just content in general. But MRI accident in the news. Uh-oh. I've been in the tube. It's not too bad. Yeah. Yeah. If you just listen to music, and as long as I don't think of some sort of Stanley Kubrick horror flick, or like where the door traps shut or it sucks you in. I've seen metal fly at the hospital. Yeah. Mm-mm. Yeah. I went in. I've been in it 2-3 times. I did question them one time because the person before me wore a metal chain in the lab. Whew. Yeah, no. The person before me, they had her like legs in first, and so her head was popping out. And I was like, "Can I do that?" But they're like, "Nope." I had to go in head first. So it is what it is. But like, hey, if it's available, let me do that. Man, that's terrible. The chain sucked him in. Mad, I'm with you. Anti-cruise. Um, I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but there's the bit on Netflix about that cruise that overloaded with sewage and was stuck at sea. Yeah, I know people go on them. They're like, "Oh, that'd be great. You should go on." It's like, no, it doesn't. I don't find the allure to it. Stay away. Yet another reason, man. I'm telling you. Yet another reason. The poop cruise, yes. When I was talking to somebody else, and they had said that if somebody goes overboard, they just throw life preservers over and hope that the person can get to them because they can't turn the ship around. I'll make my own food. Yes, bring a hot plate on the cruise. Yeah, I'm not big on that either. With IFA, my thought is we get to learn how to like make things, and she's gotten very good at prepping food, like cutting tomatoes, onions, being able to prepare her own stuff, and then we get to spend time while we do it. So I think it's much better. We're saving money, and again, you don't know who's handling your food. You just never know. we were having a conversation about that yesterday, the day before, about being a foodie. And I said, it's okay to be a foodie, provided what foods are we talking about? If you're just talking about going out to try every new bacon double cheeseburger, lettuce, with the newest sauce or whatever, I said that might be a little detrimental to your health. So it's one thing to try it, but when you're always eating that, when that's your level of foodiness, that's different. But I said you can be a foodie and enjoy trying new fruits or vegetables, or just liking your fruits and vegetables. Like, I feel the obnoxious people would be on another level, and you're captive on that vessel. Yeah, people are going, and it's crazy because they're going to get to that mindset. Like, I paid for this, I deserve to act a complete fool. And they're overlooking all the other people who paid and didn't come to see you act like a complete fool. I did a whole reaction on my other channel about the lady who went crazy. I think it was in the Bahamas or something like that. And she ended up getting arrested over the guy. They bought like a pineapple colada or something like that. And they thought that she was with everybody there. So they charged her card like $300. And she went absolutely ballistic. I mean, I can understand, like, hey, I didn't pay for everybody, but she jumped onto like their boat, started tearing it apart. She looked like the Hulk in the Avengers tearing through that jet. And she ended up getting arrested. I thought, what was that worth? What was that worth? You ended up getting arrested. You probably missed your flight back, so you got to pay for not only your bail, but probably extra time in the hotel where your stuff was at. Like, you lost way more by completely losing composure. Now, alcohol is probably related, but what they say, alcohol and money will show your true character. Yep, I want to be able to leave. Yep, land cruising in my own vessels. We take a lot of road trips. Yep, that's how you do it. You have the ability to stop, do what you want when you want, and I don't like the feeling of being like in the middle of nowhere, where it could take days to be helped. Yeah, that is not the move. That's not how I would find relaxation. Pardon me, gentlemen. I think the food is my biggest issue with travel. Yeah. Even hotels and things like that, when it's the breakfast bar and you are at the mercy of everybody else who wants scrambled eggs and is at the waffle maker and everything else, or scooping through the cereal, the cereal bins. You are at that mercy. Staying on track and clean for sure. For sure. Pack the cooler for sure. Whew. Speaking of cruising, any motorcycle riders here? I do not. Is that a road trip you take as well, Matt? Bicycle and motorcycle? That's cool. Back in the day, nice. John, that doesn't surprise me. 4 wheels now. I think if you guys were on the chat, Mr. Burns showed his motorcycle. I think he has a Harley. There you go. There you go, Mr. Burns. It's a beautiful looking bike that he has too. Fits him. As a matter of fact, that was the one you rode in the commercial, correct? $100-year anniversary. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Have you guys seen the commercial? Mad and John, have you seen the commercial Mr. Burns is in? The Harley Nightster is calling my name. Go to Mr. Burns. You're nice. Nice. Awesome. On the man's channel for sure. Yes. Matt, if you go to Nathaniel's his page, if you go to his page, he's got it posted. I don't know what the title is, but it's probably one of the last 3 to 5 videos outside of the lives. For sure, for sure, for sure. Happy that he's able to get that out there. A lot of times you don't get copies of the work of things that you've been in, so that was cool that he was able to get that. I've taken to just going through I'll try to search for the commercial or whatever project I've been in. If it's been a while, get it onto YouTube and then just download it from there. Nice. Man, that is fantastic. Uh-oh. Big Mill's got a hold of a rabbit. Yeah, that seems rare to get a copy of something like that. Matt, have an amazing day. Have an amazing day. I'm just trying to stretch. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know if Matt posted anything or where we can find it. That might be the question. We'd definitely like to see or hear some of that, especially if there's anything from some of the recent gigs. Where'd the rabbit come from, John? Was it just one of the wild rabbits?
Ew. Honor Health. There you go. Yes. Mad. Nathaniel was asking if you post any music, if you or post any videos of your music, or where we can find it. Rarely. We're dumb in that regard. I have a musical download or two I could send at some point. Yeah, whenever you're comfortable sending it out, that'd be awesome. Or even if you have something like Bandcamp or SoundCloud. What's it? Some of the other ones, Reverb Nation. Yeah, that is a sharp looking bike. All right. With the exception of Jen, this has been like just some locker room chat. I mean, clean locker room chat, but just the gents. Hopefully, Lindsay and Spencer are doing okay. John says, Nathaniel, check out the Kit Peak Highway. Where's that at, John? I've heard it, but I've heard the name. I just don't. I have no idea where it's at. South of Tucson, southwest. Okay.
Is that like on the way to Wilcox? With all the big rocks and everything? Okay. Okay. I want to make my way back down that way sometime soon and do the biosphere tour. Eva and I went maybe like last month and did just the one where you walk and they give you the tablet. But I guess there's a different one that they'll take you like into like different areas and you get to see different stuff. So tour guided, I think that would be cool. And I was just so blown away by seeing all that stuff. Thought, man, that's what people should aspire to live in. Like if I won the lottery, I'd want something like that, not just a mansion. All right, all right. Oh, did you look it up? Nice. To know how show. Okay. I'm up for new stuff. I want to start doing a little more and getting out so she can experience more and we get to spend more time, quality time. Because work time, that work-life balance is more work and haunted bookshop there too. Nice. Yeah, got to make the most of the time we have. I mean, we always should, but if you can do something like that where you can have a day trip, because I do not get consecutive days off. That's the unfortunate part when you don't get consecutive days off. All right, gentlemen. Okay. I'm going to end this out. I'm going to hold this up so you get a better view, not just up my nose. Guys, love that you were in the chat today. Thank you so much. We had a solid day, quality day. Sometimes it's quality over quantity. And so appreciate you guys being in. Yes, John. Let's keep in touch on that for sure. And yeah, we will be doing this again tomorrow. And for all of us old guys, make sure that you're not doing too much because, you know, you're not supposed to. Anyways, HWPO, hard work pays off. This is Impact Athletics Association. Much love to you all. Hey, that's me. Upside down. All right, gentlemen.